What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to give you my conference finals predictions for the NFL playoffs. I'm using a new format. I hope you guys like it. I got a new camera, so I'm seeing how this goes. But yeah, this is my first video with it. I'm going to keep talking about it. But anyways, just straight hop into the video for the conference finals. Here we go. First game on Sunday, we had the Baltimore Ravens hosting the Kansas City Chiefs. I think the opening line for the Ravens and Chiefs game is the Ravens are favored by 3.5. And I honestly do think the Ravens will win this game. I think it's going to be a kind of a close game because Mahomes is never, he's lost in the playoffs, but he's only lost 3 times to the Patriots, the Bucks, and the Super Bowl, and the Bengals. But Lamar Jackson has looked very good this whole entire season. He decimated the Texans defense when they played last week.
Defensive play caller in the NFL. 2 years in San Francisco. His first in Houston. He's watching Lamar Jackson take it in. Touchdown Ravens.
Big note to self, note to all y'all. Mark Andrews is playing this week, so that's going to be a big help to the offense. Even though Isaiah Likely, the backup tight end 2, is very decent, I think he's very underrated.
And 1. Jackson, end zone, Likely for the touchdown.
I think both of them are going to be a very good tight end duo. I think the Chiefs struggled last week against Buffalo. It literally took a last-second missed field goal for them to win.
Make one for us. The game on the line, he will. 44 yards, Bass. No, he doesn't make it. Wide right. Wow.
I will say this right now. Kansas City, their defense is really good. I think they're top 5 statistically, but the Ravens are number 1. And this Ravens defense is looking like they had in 2001 with Ray Lewis, Ed Reed. Deion Sanders is on that defense, even though he was like 34 years old, but it was still a great defense. The Chiefs, very good offense. They're starting to click now. This is what I was telling all you guys before the playoffs started, that the Chiefs are a different team when it matters the most. A lot of people wrote them off in 2021 when they were like 3-4 at the beginning of the season, and then they came back and they reeled off a bunch of wins, and they end up losing the conference championship to the Bengals, but they had a really good playoff run. Yeah, I think this game is going to be very close. I would not be surprised if Kansas City does win, but I'm taking the Ravens to win this one just because, they're hosting this. Lamar is he's on a streak right now, and I think that offense is going to start clicking with guys like Lamar, Mark Andrews, and even though he might play limited at snaps, I think he's still going to be a big factor. Isaiah Likely, Rashad Bateman, OBJ, and Zay Flowers, and they have a really good running back trio with Justice Hill, even though he's really just a receiving back. He really plays wide receiver whenever someone checks out. Dalvin Cook, who they just signed, had a very decent game against the Texans. Late in that game, he reeled off a big run to submit the game and end it.
In the 2023 season, here's a carry. That's Cook. Dalvin Cook. Welcome to Baltimore.
Gus Edwards, the best power back, one of the best power backs in the league. Expect to see a lot from him. And Nelson Aguilar, the 4th string or 3rd string receiver, he's been pretty good these last 2 weeks, I will say. He's been, the last 4 weeks since they didn't play the wild card round, but you know what I'm saying.
They fake it to Edwards, and now complete it to Aguilar for the touchdown.
But yeah, for the Chiefs, I'm going to look at their offense with Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and what's his name? Kadarius Toney did not play last week, but he's probably going to play. Who else is on that offense? Isaiah Pacheco. But yeah, they have a decent offense with the limited weapons they have, and Mahomes still finds ways to win. Big note also, Joe Thuney, the left guard for the Chiefs, which is a top 10 guard in the league, is not going to be playing since he got injured in the Bills game late. I do think this is going to be a close game. I'm not going to write off the Chiefs. If they win, I would not be surprised. Give me the Ravens to win this one. 34-31. I think that's going to be a close game. I think they come up big in the moments. But once again, if Kansas City wins, I would not be surprised just because they're a very good team. But yeah, give me the Ravens to win this game. Next game will be the Detroit Lions visiting the San Francisco 49ers for the NFC Championship on Sunday night. This will be a very good game. Detroit coming up a big win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 23-31. Yeah, their offense did pretty well. Their defense is struggling. They let Baker Mayfield throw for 300 yards plus. Even though Baker had 2 turnovers, he still had a pretty decent game. San Francisco coming up a narrow win over the Green Bay Packers, which I had Green Bay winning actually, but Carlson missed a kick at the end.
Carlson, 41-yard try for him. Carlson, no! Wide left.
Niners won. It's going to be a close game. I think the Niners right now are favored by 7 points. That's way too high, I believe. I know the Niners are a very good team, and plus they're a 75% chance to win on ESPN. Man, I think Detroit, their fans really, you have nothing to lose here for real. Obviously you want the Super Bowl, but you've came here after 32 years of just being bad. You win a playoff game, you win your first game against the Rams, and then you go out and beat the Buccaneers, which beat Philadelphia the week prior, and I had the Bucs win that game actually, but Detroit, this is going to be a good game, I believe. I think the 49ers have the defense, and the Lions do have a good offense, and the offensive line is really good. The Detroit Lions are actually the best running team currently, and the 49ers are the best run-stopping team, so this is going to be interesting. And we can take a look at the Lions offense. They have Gibbs, David Montgomery, they have Jared Goff, they have a good receiver in Amon-Ra St. Brown, who is top 10. Josh Reynolds, I don't know if he's going to play, but he's a solid number 2. We have Sam Laporta, and a great offensive line with Penei Sewell, Taylor Decker, Frank Ragnow. I think Jonah Williams is on there still. And we have Zach Ertz, who just signed to the practice squad, who's probably going to get elevated, and he's going to add more depth to the tight end position. If we could look at San Francisco's offense, who they have Brock Purdy, an MVP runner-up, and then you have the CMC, who's also another MVP runner-up, and you have him as the Offensive Player of the Year runner-up. George Kittle, the best tight end in the league, Brandon Ayuk, and Deebo Samuel is going to be playing, so that's going to help the offense a lot more. And then you have a solid number 3 option in Juwan Jennings, who is very underrated. And then you look at their defense. San Francisco has Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, Tre'Davious Ward, and you have a good safety in Gibson, who is getting old, but he is still a solid player. And you also have Chase Young and Javon Hargrave, the best defensive line in football. But the only thing I can see the Niners messing up on is the special teams. They have not been good on special teams the last couple of weeks.
And tree, it continues to grow.
Here's Moody. Field goal kick is tipped and it's blocked and it's no good.
To a month. And then we shift over to the Lions defense, which is kind of bad. I'm not going to lie. Their secondary is not good. I know C.J. Gardner-Johnson just came back from that injury with his torn pec. He hasn't played prior to last week and against the Rams. He hadn't played since week 2 of the regular season. But man, they have Cameron Sutton, who is just not that good. He got cooked by Mike Evans, Puka Nacua. They both had over 100 yards receiving, and they were all targeted against Cameron Sutton. I can see this week against Ayuk or Deebo Samuel. Their defensive line, Aiden Hutchinson, a very good, talented player. I think the Lions nailed that draft pick. They got lucky that the Jaguars drafted Trayvon Walker. We'll have a conversation about that in another video. We also have a good linebacker core of Alex Alonso, Jack Campbell, who they drafted in this prior draft. But man, this is going to come down to the last minute. I think the Niners are going to win 34-30. It's going to be, the Niners are going to score late. The Lions are not going to be able to come back. So it's set up a rematch of the Super Bowl, Ravens and Niners. That's who I think is going to win. But man, if the Lions won, that'd be historic. I think that would set up a good Super Bowl against the Ravens. But once again, I would not be surprised if the Chiefs won. But my prediction is the Ravens and the 49ers are going to the Super Bowl. But yeah, I might be completely wrong. Don't put your money on these picks. But yeah, that's what I think. And once again, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to turn on notifications so you don't miss a video. I upload like every single day, whether that be shorts or videos like this. Check out my other videos. I have the previous playoff predictions, college football, and check out my other shorts. But once again, thank you. Make sure to subscribe and like. It boosts the algorithm so I get more views. But thank you.